10 for the night. But the Panthers score twice on 2 errors, leaving 3, end of 4.5, 4-3 Warsaw on Sports Michiana.
Finding private health insurance can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Shopping for tires used to really grind my gears. So many tires, and the thought of choosing the right one made me, precisely. That's before I went to TireRack.com. I got the best deal hands down. My tires ship fast and free, arrive the next day like clockwork. Tire Rack even gave me 2 years of free road hazard protection. Precisely.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week is being brought to you by the Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic. They're a family-focused practice in Granger, Indiana. Chuck Freeby, Angelo, Carlo, Patrick Driscoll with you from Tiger Field. Northwood has narrowed the gap to 4-3 here as we go to the bottom of the 5th. A reminder that Imagineering Finishing Technologies in South Bend is a longtime supporter of high school athletics. They're also helping NASA send astronauts back to the moon. Want to help? Learn more on joining the Imagineering Finishing Technologies team at iftww.com/careers. Kellen Bailey with a double and a walk and a couple of runs scored leads things off here for Warsaw in the bottom of the 5th against the reliever Drew Raines, who starts him off with a breaking ball inside for ball 1. Bailey to be followed by Hunter Dippin, Oliver Nyson, and the Tigers hope a few more here in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch outside. The count goes to 2-0. Bailey, the older of the two brothers on this team, committed to play at Anderson University. He's a big kid, 6'3", 195 pounds. Working against the diminutive sophomore Drew Raines. And the pitch hit on the ground through the hole into left field, a base hit. So Bailey continues to swing a solid stick. He scored in both of his previous on-base appearances tonight, and he sets the table for the first baseman, Hunter Dippin, who's 1 for 2 tonight. Get another look at this one from Hoover Lumber and Coal. Really impressed with the heart of this lineup with Brock, Nelson, and Bailey. That's a pretty solid 3-4-5 combination.
No question. They have hit the ball well all season long, and they have continued to do that here tonight as well, and they would love to get at least one of those 2 runs back here to give a little cushion going into the final 2 at-bats for Northwood in the 6th and the 7th.
Raines worried about the speed of Bailey over at first and chases him back. Dippin not shabby either, a .339 hitter coming into this one who has 3 hit games against both New Albany and Elkhart. You talk about stretching the state as he takes that one down low for ball 1. He can hit as far north as you can go and as far south. 1-0 the count. Raines keeping a wary eye on Bailey at first and perhaps distracting him from throwing strikes. It's now 2-0. Clouds starting to form. There is rain in the area here in Kosciuszko County. And Dippin calls for time. The 2-0 pitch, missing down low, 3-0. Raines came on in relief of Connor Reed after Reed worked the first 3 innings of this one. And the 3-0 hit on the ground towards short. Handled there. The throw to second for 1. The relay to first. That's a double play. 6-4-3 as the Panthers turn it to Koski, Schrock, and Warren combining on the 11th twin killing of the year for the Panther defense. You get another look from Hoover Lumber and Coal.
That's exactly what you need in this situation. After you get 2 runs in the top half of the inning, you get a double play there, and the momentum really swinging the Panthers' way here after getting those 2 runs in the top of the 5th, brought to you by Napanee Family Eye Care to make it 4-3 right now as the score.
Oliver Nyson has a strikeout and a walk tonight. The Warsaw DH takes a strike. It's 0-1. Nyson had a 10-game hit streak back in the month of April. Takes that one on the outside corner, 0-2. Rain's a lot more confident working from the windup than the stretch. You can understand why.
He's done a great job since coming in.
The 0-2. Popped him up. On the mound, who wants to call for it? The third baseman coming in and making the catch. That's Ty Stankovic. And it winds up being a 1-2-3 inning for young Drew Rains. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left through 5. 4-3 Tigers on Sports Michiana.
Why do our auto insurance rates keep going up? Oh.
Dramatic increases in parts, labor, and medical care are causing auto insurance rates to soar nationwide. Lilliard's Insurance can protect you from auto rate increases with our available rate lock feature. And because Lilliard's Insurance is a local business, you get better service and deal with actual people. Hi, I'm Matt Lilliard. Call or text us today to see if you qualify.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's tire decision guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me.
What?
Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Where?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Crown Trophy. They're nationally known and locally owned. Let's squeeze in a Patrick Sideline report. Patrick Driscoll, some teams talk about being family. NorthWood kind of is.
Yeah, so while it is alumni night here at Tiger Field, Coach Benko's actually brought some of his own. 4 of them to be exact, right here in his dugout. And, you know, it has been 11 long years since Coach Benko's has been coaching the Panthers. But that doesn't matter because with those guys with him, he explained how much that has made his transition easier and a pretty cool full circle moment for the Panthers.
All right, thank you, Patrick, with a Patrick Sideline report. As Mason Warren takes a strike at the knees from Brock Bowser. Third pitcher being used by Warsaw tonight. Bowser got a strikeout to get out of trouble in the 4th. And starts off Warren with a strike here in the 6th. Swing and a miss right there.
And this 6th inning brought to you by R. Yoder Construction. And very cool that in Coach Benko's second stint as head coach NorthWood, all 4 of his assistant coaches, former players of his at NorthWood.
Strike 3 called as it hit the target that Cohen-Hetty set up. Whether that target was over the outside corner or not, we don't know, but the home plate umpire said it was, and so that's back-to-back strikeouts for Brock Bowser, and it brings up Nate Dutkowski.
J&N Stone applauds Northwood Athletics for its rich tradition of excellence. J&N Stone is a family-owned business that manufactures and installs precast stone veneer. Go Panthers.
Dutkowski has hit the ball hard all 3 times up, but he only has the 1 base hit to show for it. Came into the game with a .390 batting average, had an 8-game hit streak earlier this season as he takes that one outside for ball 1. Dutkowski now 7 out of 26 in his career against Warsaw. Hits one high and deep to left field, but backing up is Rogan Bailey. He's got room and makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
The athletic journey looks a little different for everyone. Whether you want to gain a competitive edge or just get healthy enough to play sports, you can count on Parkview Sports Medicine. From treatment to training, it's all about you. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Nathan Schrock stands in there now. The second baseman has been on base all 3 times tonight. Twice on errors and once on a base hit. Taking that one outside for ball 1. Bowser with wins this year against Belmont and Wawasee, trying to save this one for the Tigers. He takes that one outside, and the count goes to 2-0. Brant Martin started and went the first 4 1/3. Got in trouble in the 5th. Reed Nelson couldn't really help him, and then Bowser slammed the door in that 5th inning, and he's looked sharp here in the 6th.
Thank you to Oak & Alley for feeding our crew tonight with their awesome burgers, chicken sandwiches, and fries. Check out Warsaw's hidden gem, Oak & Alley, for craft burgers and beverages at 2308 Center Street in Warsaw.
Ground ball, Quentin Brock backhands it. Long throw to first is accurate. 1, 2, 3 go the Panthers in the 6th. Only the second time that's happened tonight. To the bottom of the frame, 4-3 Warsaw on Sports Michiana's Game of the Week.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's Tire Decision Guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me.
What?
Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Where?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to us by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Join their team and help protect and serve our community. The Warsaw Tigers trying to go to 9-2 in Northern Lakes Conference play. Enjoy a 4-3 lead over NorthWood as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Tigers with the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up in the inning. That means Cohen Hetty will lead it off. He's been hit by a pitch and flied out to right. Hetty, a member of the football team here at Warsaw, takes that one on the inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. He had a key interception in their semi-state win, sending the Tigers to their first state championship in football ever. He lines one into right center field. Long run for Landon Perry, but he gets there and makes the grab. There's one away.
Our 6th inning sponsor is R. Yoder Construction. They cheer on NorthWood. Need a winning team for your next project? R. Yoder Construction will transform your vision into reality with expert design, planning, and full construction management services. R. Yoder Construction, building with purpose, serving with character.
Perry, the right fielder, was a running back for Nate Andrews' football team last year, another one of the 6 quarterbacks used. But he'll be going to Wabash College as a wide receiver. Looking forward to playing for the Little Giants down there as Rogan Bailey takes a strike on the inside corner. Drew Raines has been superb in relief of Connor Reed tonight. We'll see if it winds up paying off for the Panthers in the long run. Ground ball to the first baseman, Mason Warren. It's a fair ball, and Warren steps on the bag for the out. There's 2 away.
And now a little conversation on whether or not.
And it looks like they might have overruled and called that a foul ball. I'm not sure.
It looks like they have.
Which has Zach Benko coming out of the dugout wondering, is that fair or foul, and whose call is it? And you may hear a fan in the background saying, pass the bag, it's his call, and that's Zach Benko's point as well. He's saying, pass the bag, it should be the first base umpire who made that call, but that was not the case, and it winds up being just a foul ball here, and the count 0-2 on Rogan Bailey. I had an immaculate scorecard going. 0-2, the count on the freshman Bailey. Swinging a tap back to the mound. Well, this will make it easy. I'll just put a 1 in front of that 3 on the scorecard, and there's 2 away.
Works out.
Nobody will be any the wiser. Here's Wyatt Stapleton, the shortstop.
Do you submit that to the official records of nothing?
Yes, the official records of nothing. I've got a big file of those in my house. Here's Stapleton, who's 0 for 3 tonight. 2 strikeouts and a pop out to first. And the shortstop ducks out of the way, ball 1. Impressed with both the student athletes that will feature in this Tony Letcher segment.
Yes, indeed. Pair of baseball shortstops, seniors, know each other well. Will play baseball next year.
Stapleton headed to Marietta College. He wants to study pre-med. He won a state history day back in middle school with a documentary on civil rights music. 2-0 the count. Team leader with 26 runs scored this season. Trying to get on base here, and just did with a walk. As the ball sticks in the backstop, Ryder Ransberger will ply it out. And the walk is sponsored by our friends at Parkview Sports Medicine.
Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic in Granger is a family-focused practice that treats newborns to professional athletes and everyone in between. They offer high-level chiropractic care, digital x-ray diagnostics, and non-surgical spinal decompression. Google Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic to learn more.
Here's Logan Kim, the center fielder. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Twice he has bounced the first baseman Mason Warren. He's also struck out once. Takes that pitch high for ball 1.
He had a great hustle play in his last at-bat. Unfortunately, was just nipped at first base.
He was the first batter Drew Raines faced in this game. Raines has only allowed 2 batters to reach in his 3 innings of work. He takes a strike on the outside corner, does Kim, and it's 1-1.
And it would have been Kim's at-bat then, right?
Yes.
And you think of the difference that would have been if that call was called safe and how that would have started things off for Raines being in the game.
A ball and a strike the count, and Raines will chase Stapleton back to first.
Raines has a lot of poise for a sophomore.
Sure does. Stapleton with 14 stolen bases on the year bluffs, and Kim fouls that one out of play. Hit the count 1-2. You always wonder when a runner is going through the histrionics down there on the bases, if that somehow distracts a hitter like Kim. He's not getting the full look at the pitch. We'll see if they decide to send Stapleton here with a 1-2 count, 2 away. There he goes. The pitch hit on the ground towards the second baseman, Schrock. He fields and fires for the out. And the Tigers are done in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. NorthWood needs 1 to tie and 2 to take the lead. They trail Warsaw 4-3 on Sports Michiana.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
Friends, this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Tire Rack. TireRack.com is the way tire buying should be.
And this 7th inning brought to you by Lori Sumter with Phil Hahn and Associates. She was the first to respond, as always she is. She said, I want the 7th inning. So she knew something was up for her Northwood Panthers.
Maybe she does, because the Panthers trail 4-3 as we go to the 7th. 4 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for Warsaw. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Northwood Panthers. Connor Reed to lead it off. He drove in a run back in the first with a sacrifice fly and takes a strike on the outside corner. Walked and scored in the 5th. So he's been at the center of a lot of action, but he's on the hook for the loss if the Panthers can't rally here in the 7th. The count goes to 1-1.
Lori Sumter with Phil Hahn & Associates has been working in Panther Nation for more than 40 years and is a proud Northwood Panther supporter. Give Lori a call with all your real estate needs or questions. Go Panthers.
Reed, Rondo, Rains, and then Ransberger. A lot of R's coming up here for Northwood in the 7th.
Their problem has not been getting guys on base. It's getting them across the plate here tonight.
Panthers have stranded 10 in this game as it goes to 3-1 on Reed. And the sun becoming a factor here at Tiger Field, especially for the outfielders. The 3-1 from Bowser is a strike at the letters, 3-2. Reed was all set to take a trip to first, and the Shepherd's hook came out, brought him back. Time called by Reed as Bowser was taking just a little too long for his liking. Reed, a 4-year varsity player, waits for the payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. The walk sponsored by J&N Stone, and the leadoff man aboard here for Northwood in the 7th.
Napanee Family Eye Care has had a clear vision since 1999 to be recognized as the premier eye care provider in northern Indiana. What do they want to see tonight? A Northwood comeback. Visit NFE2020.com to make an appointment today.
Connor Reed with 12 stolen bases on the year, and he was just trying to smooth out the dirt over at first base as the first baseman Hunter Dippin went in to have a few words with Brock Bowser. Here's Brody Rondo, the DH. He is 0 for 2 tonight. Does Zach Benko ask Rondo to lay down a bunt here to put the go-ahead or tying run in scoring position? He sure does, but it's popped up right to the third baseman, Quentin Brock, and there's one up.
That's a tough one for the Panthers. You get the tying run on, trying to get him into scoring position, put down the bunt, and you pop it up and give away an out.
Rondo is only a freshman, and I'm sure one of the things he'll learn as he goes ahead in his baseball career is when you have a pitch that high and you're trying to bunt it, you're better off just taking it because there's no way you can get the bat on top of the ball to get it down.
Yeah, the only time where you have to get the bunt down in that situation is if you have a runner breaking from third base. That's the only time. Not that that would help in this situation either because he would have been in trouble there too, but that's the only situation where you have to. In that situation, definitely should have taken it.
Reed's going. Hetty's throw down to second is not in time, and Connor Reed with his 13th stolen base of the year negates the popped-up bunt. So now you've got a runner on second with one out. The runner in scoring position here for Drew Rains, who took strike one. You get another look from Hoover, Lumber, and Cole.
Now one of two things happens here. Either Northwood has 11 men left on base, or the Panthers tie the game up at 4.
And Connor Reed, who looked like he was hurting after running the bases earlier in this game, seems a little bit shaken up out there at second base after that head-first slide, but claps his hands as he gets off the base and gets a good lead. Bowser misses upstairs. It's 1-1.
Good job by our umpire crew to give him a little extra time there to compose himself and regroup.
So here's Rains, who's been starving for an RBI. He has 7 on the season. Let's see if he can get number 8 right here. The 1-1 misses low. It's 2-1. And you have to think the way Reed is bouncing around at second base might be distracting Brock Bowser just a bit.
And with Reed's speed, you know any hit to the outfield, he's coming around to try to score.
The 2-1. Inside, it almost hit him, and it goes to 3-1 with Ryder Ransberger waiting on deck. It has been as advertised between these two old rivals. The last 33 games between these two teams, Northwood has won 18 of them. They always seem to be tooth and nail. Strike down the middle, it's 3-2. Rains, the right-handed sophomore, facing the righty Brock Bowser. The senior delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bowser with his third strikeout since coming in out of the pen. Looks to get the save as Ryder Ransberger comes to the plate with the game on the line.
Imagineering Finishing Technologies in South Bend, longtime supporter of high school athletics. They're also helping NASA send astronauts back to the moon. If you want to help, you can learn more on joining the Imagineering Finishing Technologies team at iftww.com/careers.
Ransberger is 1 for 3 tonight. He's singled back in the 4th. And he's hit by the pitch in the shoulder. And now the go-ahead run is on base. The hit-by pitch brought to us by J&N Stone. First and second for Ty Stankovic, who is 0 for 1 officially tonight. He's walked his last 2 times up, and the pitching coach on his way to the hill will take a quick 30-second break. Back with more after this.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week brought to you by Reliance. Design, build, renovate. Runners at first and second, 2 out, 7th inning. Warsaw leads at 4-3. Game on the line here for Ty Stankovic, the left fielder who takes strike 1 at the knees on the outside corner. Stankovic, the 9-hole hitter in the Panther lineup. There goes Reed. The runners go. Hetty's just going to catch the ball and let him. It's a stolen base for Connor Reed, and now the go-ahead run in scoring position for Stankovic, but first base is open. 1-1 the count. Brock Bowser worked out of a jam in the 5th, trying to get out of one here in the 7th as well. Strike 2 on the outside corner. And this game may boil down to 1 pitch. Bowser to Stankovic. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Brock Bowser gets the save, and the Warsaw Tigers go to 9-2 in the Northern Lakes Conference. A big win for Warsaw here at Tiger Field tonight as they conquer their old rivals, the NorthWood Panthers, by a final score of 4-3. Our St. Joe County Police Department postgame show comes your way next with our Reliance Player of the Game and Big C Lumber Play of the Game on Sports Michiana.
You dream it, we design it. You need it, we've got it. We crank it out so you can crank it up. We work with purpose to power your passion. It's game on, so come on. Let's elevate adventure. Let's take life to the next level today. Let's become better together. This is Patrick.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
You are looking at the victorious Warsaw Tigers, who knock off NorthWood tonight in a Northern Lakes Conference thriller by a count of 4-3. Welcome into our St. Joseph County Police Department postgame show. Chuck Freeby and Angelo Carlo with you from the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Let's quickly go to the field for our Reliance Player of the Game, who's standing by with Patrick Driscoll. Patrick's mic is not on. We'll try it again.
All right, we'll try to see if we can get that before we have to take off. If not, we will figure it out.
In the meantime, let's go to our Big C Lumber Play of the Game. This happened back in the bottom of the 4th inning. Drew Raines had just come on in relief, and Connor Reed did a stellar job in center field.
No question about that. making the catch in center field. What an unbelievable job running in and making that catch. Really making sure the momentum completely didn't go the way of Warsaw. That was an important part of the situation, because if all of a sudden he is unable to make that catch, Warsaw's in trouble. Northwood's in trouble, and Warsaw's back in business, and they're racking up on the lead. Because of that situation, he was able to keep things intact.
Let's see if we can go back to Patrick Driscoll now with our Reliance
Can we
player of
test?
the game.
Are we good?
You are good, Patrick. Go ahead.
Let's go down to Patrick Driscoll. Patrick, sideline report.
All right, Grady. Another nail biter. Another huge win against Northwood tonight. I mean, just what did it take to get it done?
It was really a team effort. Northwood's a really good team. Always give us good games. So I feel like we string some hits together in the right times, got people on base. Really good game by Quentin Brock. Really getting on for my home run. So that really helped. Momentum shifts were big for us. Dugout was huge this game. Energy.
Yeah, and about that home run, I mean, what a way to get your first home run of the year right there. How did that feel, and just what did you see at the plate?
Honestly, I didn't think it was going to go out. But, they were pitching me good. They have a really good pitching team. Connor Reed's a really good kid. Lefties. They got some good lefties. So, yeah, they were pitching me pretty well. But missed his spot. I took advantage of it, so.
Yeah, I mean, and you're not only getting it done on the diamond. We see you on the gridiron. We see you on the hardwood. I mean, how does that help just set you up for success, just in all levels of sport?
You can take a mentality from every other sport and put it in a different one, like football, aggressiveness. That's why I'm aggressive at the plate. Really big on attacking, just like footwork from basketball, too. It's really big. And baseball is it's all mental. So that just really helps with everything, because you just got to keep your mind in it. So it's more of a mental sport than physical.
And then now, lastly, this win, this gives you a good bit of kitchen room. You still have 3 games left for the NLC, but just how important was that tonight?
That was really big, really, really big. We can't settle. We got Northridge on Friday. They beat us first time around, so we just got to keep going, keep staying driven. So, yeah, I think we got it.
And then, so lastly, we'll see you guys at Penn. At Penn Tuesday night. That's Grady Nelson, our Reliance play of the game. Let's take it back up to the booth, guys.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Patrick. Great night for the Warsaw Tigers, who are now 9-2 in Northern Lakes Conference play, as we welcome you inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck Freeby, Angelo, Carlo. But Grady Nelson mentioned it. They still have some work to do here in the NLC, because the 2 teams that are tied a game behind them are the next 2 of the next 3 on their schedule.
Yeah, I mean, they got Northridge coming up on Friday, and that's the big one, because that'll be for first place in the conference on the line. Mishawaka is still also a game back, depending on what Northridge and Mishawaka, of course, do tonight as well. But they're still very much in the hunt. 3 games left after tonight. But overall, I mean, Warsaw is cooking right now, and they're up to 9-2 in the conference, where they expected to be. They took their losses early, but again, one of those losses was to Northridge. So they'll have a revenge on their mind, but also knowing that it's a team that's more than capable of beating them, because they already have.
As for Northwood, another heartbreaking loss for Zach Benko's team. They have to shake it off and start getting their gears ready for the 3A tournament. I think playing in the Northern Lakes Conference helps them a lot for that, because they face a lot of strong 4A competition. Now they get ready for the 3A tournament. The only problem there is you open with a Columbia City team that has 2 terrific pitchers, including one that's bound for Butler this year.
But the thing that we have seen with Northwood is that they have the pieces. They just need to be able to convert some of those base runners into runs. They left double digits runners on base in this game, and in the end, that is not going to win you baseball games. But they have good pitching. They got good fielding. We saw them defensively here tonight do a good job, and they've been able to get guys on base. They just have to score some runs, and they'll get another test on Friday when they take on Mishawaka.
A dozen runners stranded by the Northwood Panthers tonight. That's kind of the story of this game. For the Warsaw Tigers, 4 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. The winning pitcher is Brant Martin. The save goes to Brock Bowser. For Northwood, 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. And the losing pitcher is Connor Reed, this one taking over a little over 2 hours here at Tiger Field. Now, don't go away, because coming up, we'll show you our Tony Letcher Health Market Student Athletes of the Week. That comes your way next as the St. Joseph County Police Department postgame show rolls on here on Sports Michiana.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best prices, they look to Babsco Supply.
We strive to supply all the electrical products you need for residential, light commercial, and OEM electrical components. We have the knowledge, dedication to customer service, and extensive inventory to ensure your electrical projects are completed successfully. We are employee-owned, which means all of our employees are owners. So you know we care. With locations in Elkhart and Warsaw, Babsco Supply is working together to serve you better. Learn more at babsco.com.
Time now for our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. We have a pair of baseball shortstops with us here today. Wyatt Stapleton, a senior at Warsaw, and Nate Dukowski, a senior at Northwood. We'll start with Nate, who is involved in Unified Football Youth Group, works at the Napanee Chamber of Commerce, has a 3.68 GPA, and, of course, a member of the baseball team. How do you balance everything?
Yes, sir. I just have a great support around me between my family and my mom and dad. They're always there for me, and my two older brothers and sister, they always are there for me, just looking out for me, making sure that what's going on in my life is important to them and also important to me. So,
I mentioned your involvement in Unified Football. Tell us about that experience and what that's been like for you the last few years.
Yes, sir. It's a great feeling to see everybody smiling, having fun on the field, and it's just great to give back to the community as much as I can.
Nate will play baseball next year at Spring Arbor. What does being a Northwood Panther mean to you?
Like I said before, just the community is great. Everybody shows up and shows out for every sporting event, and they want to see what's the best for every single team that is there at Northwood. So it means a lot. It means a lot.
Nate, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Wyatt Stapleton, a senior at Warsaw High School, member of the baseball team, 3.84 GPA. How do you balance everything?
Really, I just want to thank my parents for helping me through this. Without them, couldn't do it. Really, it's just about time management, doing my schoolwork, then being a student athlete after.
You're going to go to Marietta College to play baseball, but you're also going to study pre-med there. Why?
Actually, freshman year I was playing football and I actually broke my elbow, and I got to see my surgery after. And after that, I've been just wanting to pursue being a doctor after that.
So do you want to be a surgeon specifically?
Yeah, orthopedics.
Awesome. Good for you. What does being a Warsaw Tiger mean to you?
When you say Warsaw Tiger, I think family. There's 11 seniors this year, and we've all grown up together. And, we're just a big happy family, I'd say.
Wyatt, thank you very much. Congratulations. Nate, congratulations again. Again, a pair of baseball shortstops, senior shortstops here on our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. We have first pitch from this NLC Baseball Showdown coming up next on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
Are you tired of auto service from big box stores and new car dealers? 45 years ago, my parents, Bud and Diane, founded Zolman's with a strong commitment to the community. Today, Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is still family owned and operated with over 150 employees and families. And we offer a price match guarantee on any tires from any local dealer, while providing complete auto service on all makes and all models. Serving you and your family for 3 generations. Buy local, shop local. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
Tiger Field now quiet after a 4-3 win over Northwood tonight. The Tigers now 9-2 in the Northern Lakes Conference. Northwood falls out of contention now as they are at 6-5, but Northridge and Mishawaka still looming behind the Warsaw Tigers with their chance to get back into the Northern Lakes Conference race. We welcome you one final time into the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck Freeby and Angelo DiCarlo with you. And now we'll switch modes over to softball next week, Tuesday night over at Penn, to see the 5th-ranked Lady Kingsmen take on St. Joe.
Yeah, before the spring sports season started, we thought this was going to be an epic battle with Berkeley Zakay pitching for St. Joe, but unfortunately she was injured in the offseason, and she has not been able to pitch. St. Joe's had the hitting. They just haven't been able to score as many, or haven't been able to avoid giving up runs as much as they were with Zakay in the circle, as you would imagine. So Penn the favorite in this one. Penn could clinch the conference championship with a win over New Prairie this week. If they stumble, that game will be a big one because the conference implications would be on the line.
And you certainly want to tune in to see the play of Ava Zachary from Penn, the Notre Dame softball commit, who's only batting .494 this year. I don't know what's wrong with her. 3 homers and 33 runs batted in. And a Penn team that could seriously make a strong run in 4A. We'll have that one for you Tuesday night from over at May Oberfell Lorber Field, 6:30 for the first pitch. We're on the air with the pregame at 6:15. Do hope you'll join us then. Our thanks to our terrific Sports Michiana crew led by the G-Man Gary Martin, and plenty of help from the usual suspects tonight. So we thank them for their diligent hard work to set up here at Tiger Field, as well as the work of Michael Houck, the assistant athletic director here at Warsaw, and Andy Manis, the head coach, for their hospitality as well. Now, once again, for my broadcast partners, Angelo, Carlo, and Patrick Driscoll, it's Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final, Warsaw 4, NorthWood 3. You've been watching the Game of the Week on Sports Michiana, your home for high school sports.
Thank you for watching the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week. And thank you to all these great sponsors for making it possible. Support us by supporting them.